We've been reviewing the book from Paul Hajek from Clutton Cox. Don't even think about buying or selling your home until you've read this book. It's a 5-star rated Amazon book, and we've been going through the chapters, just really explaining some more information about these chapters. Now, buying a flat or an apartment, as developers like to call them, is different to buying a normal house or freehold property. You see, leases are used when there is one building or a block with multiple owners. Now, the legal proof of ownership will usually be by way of a lease. You'll be known as a leaseholder or lessee or tenant. The terminology varies as to what was fashionable at the time of the original lease. Now, under a lease, you'll probably own the leasehold flat for the remainder of the period stated, and this can be anything from 99 to 999 years. Now, let me just tell you that you'll have difficulty obtaining a mortgage if the number of years remaining on the lease is fewer than 60 years. Now, leases are complicated and often lengthy documents. There will still be a freehold, and the freehold owner, the landlord, will either be non-resident or, better still, one of the residents, who all form part of a management company specifically formulated to run the management of the whole building or block. There are sometimes professional management companies who run the management of the building, and often this is the case when a developer is selling. Now, your responsibilities and obligations will be governed by the terms of the lease. There are several different things to look out for. There's ground rent and service charge. At best, this will be peppercorn, so just a small amount or hardly anything, or it may be several £100s. Secondly, you might want to look at disputes, because you can challenge the amount of the service charge in certain circumstances, but the law is complicated and you have to talk to a conveyancing solicitor in more detail. Now, past alterations also come up. If the flat seems to have been altered or extended since the date of the original lease, your conveyancing solicitor will need to have to check if the alterations have occurred in the recent past and the necessary consents were obtained from the local authority as well as from the lease owner. Alterations, extensions and improvements. Now, if you plan any alterations to the flat after you move in, you've got to make sure that sometimes it can be impossible or impractical, and you need to consider building regulations consent if the building is listed in the conservation area, consent under the flat lease and any other covenants which affect the property, and the consent of the mortgage company. Building insurance. Now, building in which the flat forms a part will be insured by the landlord. You as a leaseholder should arrange contents insurance in the normal way. Right to purchase freehold and or right to extend the lease. These are complex areas of law and beyond the scope of just a simple video or even our free conveyancing guide. Now, you should always report and seek advice from your conveyancing solicitor on anything unusual from your own inspection or conversations with sellers of the flat. Grab all of this information from the free book, but if you have any questions about leases on buying flats or the fashionable name for them, apartments, please get in touch with cluttoncox.co.uk.